Hare Krishna. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana-anjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tomorrow is Gundicha Margin. So here it's a very special day. It was 500 years ago at Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed this pastime. Actually, it's a preparation for the festival of Rath Yatra. When Jagannath is leaving the temple, he traveled to Gundicha with the help of many Vaishnavas. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally washed this temple to prepare it for the coming of Lord. Now, we are doing the same thing in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says that he is in the heart of every living entity. Where Krishna tells, Hriddesha Arjuna Tishtati, I am in everyone's heart. God is in the heart of everyone, all without exception, right? No, but the trouble is that we do not see him, we do not hear him, we don't feel him. The reason for this is explaining Vedic scriptures. What is the reason? The reason is that our heart is too polluted. It is cluttered. Like under the heart refers to actually is the human consciousness. When we say heart, it means our consciousness. In a pure consciousness, God already exists. Krishna is connected with our consciousness. Krishna is the source of our consciousness, right? So we are always connected with him. If our consciousness is pure, then we are connected. But dirty consciousness means consciousness separated from Krishna. It means the consciousness of person somehow oppose the God. Like that's why we do not see him. We do not feel him. We are turning away from Krishna Bahirmukha. So I am looking other side. So what is there behind me I cannot see, right? Because I am seeing in the east, I don't know what is in the west. So similarly, we are turning our back to Krishna. That's why they say there is no God. Where is he? I am not able to see. Now, the cleaning of heart is the preparation for our heart. So cleaning is like preparation, and which is a very important thing. This is a long process, and the process is simple, but our problem is complicated. That is the main problem. The process is just chant Hare Krishna. Process is simple, but the problem which we are facing is a very complicated problem. So that's why it is taking time. People say, "Oh, why so much time?" Is because we are uh, we are in this situation. So we have to understand that it will take time because of this situation like this. So now, important thing here is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed past time. So our temple, the Prabhupada created this to teach us, help people who want to clean their heart. So there are many different ways, purification according to different methods. It helps us cleaning everything. However, it again becomes polluted with the time. That is the problem. Why we have to clean every day? Because it gets polluted. But the most important thing that a person needs to clean is consciousness. Because all the rest of the dirt comes, like even in our home also, every day we have to clean. Otherwise it becomes dirty. Same thing with our consciousness also. Consciousness also becomes dirty. Because consciousness attracts dirt. And when dirt is in the mind, the dirt is in the body, the dirt is, and the biggest secret, the biggest mystery, he says that a person should understand is how we can clean our mind. So that is the main thing, and that is not a simple thing because mind has lot of things. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained how this process began. He said He picks up some brooms and he pots and he says, okay, let us go to the temple and wash this. This is actually the beginning of the process, because this process began with the fact that we began to do something, not just in our mind. People think spirituality means just sit and meditate. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, do action. You engage with your body, heart is getting purified. That is the point. This is very important lesson, Gundicha Margin, because uh, various schools of spiritual philosophy offer people to immediately immerse themselves in meditation. They teach people to meditate. You go to any other organization, any spiritual organization, what they do, they tell people sit and meditate. But in our case, we say that it is not possible. So there must be a preliminary process. It's a quarantine before our mind learns to meditate. Like if we are sitting and meditating, especially somebody who has Gayatri Diksha, they have this experience. 3 times we have to meditate in a day, and it's such a tough thing. Now, so many things will be going on in the mind when we are sitting and trying to meditate on the holy name. So it won't work so easily. It's very hard because everything should begin with cleaning of our consciousness. So this is how it starts. It is not a very easy process. It's a very tough process. If we are even if we are given all facilities, we are sent to Himalayas and we are given an exclusive cave to sit and meditate, then Allah will not be able to do. We'll run away on Monday because mind does not allow. So we'll discuss this further tomorrow on this topic, and because this is a very important Gundicha March. Tomorrow is the festival, so I thought we'll start. Anyway, one point I'll tell. Now, if you want to, because it all starts with simple things. First, I had to start cleaning and with mops and brooms and all. And if I come to temple, wash the floor, then my heart is getting clean. Consciousness is clean. Because it's all start with the fact that we do something with our active senses. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself he showed that then he wanted to uh, and first he cleaned the main dirt that in our heart, and which prevents a person from hearing God and feeling God in the heart. These are all material desires, right? So Srila Prabhupada explains that a material desires are the desire to enjoy the world to its fullest, the desire to take this world and squeeze out the maximum that it can give. And in attempts to achieve this unrealistic, illusory goals, people waste their time, waste their life. And this is the first thing that a person must deal with his unreasonable, irrational material desires, which tears his heart to pieces. And these are the needless that are so many things that are having. So we can say they are pinpricks from or needles in our in our heart, which are always pushing and making us very very uncomfortable. And problem is we are used to our desires and we like our desires, we love them. That is another great problem. So coming back to the section where Indra is doing all mischief here. So Pitu Maharaj is trying to uh, do some sacrifice. He did not do anything wrong to Indra. He's just doing his own things. But Indra is coming in between and trying to disturb. So this is the nature of material world. We may say, I didn't do anything. I was just doing my own things. And why by nowhere this person is coming and disturbing me? And we may have this problem. I did not disturb you. I am in my own world. I am in my life, and from nowhere you are coming and creating trouble for me. So people question this. Why like this? Why for me? And the answer is here also we see Prithu also is is an incarnation of Lord. Even for him also it didn't work. He can also complain, "Arey, why me? What did I do wrong? I am doing everything according to rules. I know I took a proper time and date and everything and I started my yajna. Still it is not working. And I didn't do anything to Indra. And I am not even interested to go for it. But still I am I am ill treated. So this is the nature of this material world. We may be very good with people, but still people may not be good with us. So it is very much possible. And here we see a very good example. And even with the Shiva also, na, he was just sitting and he is doing meditation, but Daksha could not tolerate. Here Prithu Maharaj is doing his own yajna, but Indra is not able to tolerate. So this material world is a very nasty place. So we should, Jugupsitam means we should feel disgusted with this material world because it always creates such very nasty things. And even it does not spare Lord Krishna also. He was also blamed in Shamantaka jewel and people criticized him. Who criticized? Dwarkavasis are criticizing that Krishna stole Shamantaka jewel. We may think, "Arey, all Dwarkavasis are supposed to be pure devotees of Krishna and they are making comment on Krishna." Yeah, that's how this material world is. Nobody is saved. Even Supreme Lord is also blamed. So here, Prithu, uh, Indra, is he is wearing disguise. When Atri saw the son of King Prithu did not kill Indra but returned deceived by him, Atri Muni again instructed him to kill Heavenly King because he thought that Indra had become lowest of all demigods due to his impending execution of King Prithu's sacrifice. Being thus informed, the grandson of King Vena immediately began to follow Indra, who was fleeing through the sky in great haste. He was very angry with him and he chased him just as King of Vultures chased Ravana. So uh, this is the description that is given. So first he was respecting the dress, but when Atri said no, no, you go and kill him. Then when he started going, what Indra did? Indra saw the son of Prithu was chasing. He immediately abandoned his false dress and left the horse. He disappeared actually. So he removed the dress and he disappeared. Then Prithu's son, he came back with the horse. Then he was given the title, he was given the name Vichitashva. Then Indra, being the king of heaven, immediately brought a dense darkness in the sacrificial arena and covering the whole scene in this way, he again took away the horse. This was chained with golden shackles near the wooden instrument where animals are sacrificed. So he is again trying to do it. So he is running away and is coming back disguised, creating complete darkness. In the darkness where people cannot see, that time he is stealing. So this is a very great technology they have. Now we don't have that technology. They're all subtle technology. It is not any fiction. It is reality only, and it is nothing divine. People, this is another problem in Kali Yuga. If anything that is supernatural, they feel it is divine. No, it is also mundane only. It is not divine. Disappearing, appearing, bringing things, curing diseases, and making solve some financial problems of person and creating some materials within the air, like, so all these things which are performed by the magicians uh, who become god nowadays in the Kali Yuga. So people are very surprised. There was one very famous Baba, and he was, and there is a famous what do you say, a very intellectual person in India, and he happened to be commissioner. Election commissioner means they are very top ranking people. They have cleared their IAS and they are the most cream intellectuals of the society. He is telling in one interview, I went to this Baba and from thin air he created a gold chain or gold chain, he said. And immediately I accepted him as God. I said, this is bogus. he, because he created some gold chain. Prabhupada says God does not create gold chain. God creates gold mines. So here also Indra, he is doing all these gymnastics. He's trying to disappear again, go and steal. So can you imagine what type of security you have to keep that level? Nowadays, people are trying to keep security with watchdogs, these, that, CCTV cameras, and then there are burglar alarms, and so many, no, barred wiring, and so many things they do. And then still they don't have security, then they go into the bunkers and hide. At here, there is you have a different technology where you can steal. So that's how they steal from our internet laptops. They're connected to internet, they can enter into our laptop and steal the things. So this is a very subtle thing. And here Indra is also doing some things like this, some mischievous activities. And when the great Atri again gave directions, the son of King Prithu became very angry and placed an arrow on his bow. Upon seeing this, King Indra immediately abandoned the false dress of a sannyas and giving up the horse, made himself invisible. So again he did the same. So then the great hero Vijitashva, the son of King Puthu, again took up the horse and returned to his father's sacrificial area. Since that time, certain men with poor fund of knowledge have adopted the dress of a false sannyasi. It was King Indra who introduced it. So, and we discussed yesterday that if a big man makes a mistake, everybody pays, whoever is coming down below. So that is the great risk we have with responsibility. The responsible means then our actions are so much affected. And if you see demigods and Aditi, that level of personalities, they are much more responsible because they are at the level of Prajapatis and the progenitors and the rulers of the universe. If they do some mistake, it is whole creation that is suffering. So here also we see Indra, he may think, I just am trying to somehow cheat and do something. We can say, Indra, you want to cheat, but because of you, what is happening, you see. So, whatever different forms Indra assumed as a mendicant because of his desire to seize the horse were symbols of atheistic philosophy. This is actually what happened. In this way, King Indra, in order to steal the horse from Pitu's sacrifice, adopted several orders of sannyas. So, the different descriptions of sannyas are there. So, Prabhupada writes, we must know, however, sorry, in the translation, we must know, however, that they're all passing as adherents of religion and not so in fact. So, unfortunately, bewildered person accept them as irreligious and began attached to them. They spoil their life. So Indra was responsible for all these things. Maharaj Prithu, who was celebrated as very powerful, immediately took up his bow and arrow and prepared to kill Indra himself because Indra had introduced such irreligious sannyas orders. And the next shloka says, when the priests and all others saw Maharaj Prithu very angry and prepared to kill Indra, they requested him, O great soul, do not kill him. For only sacrificial animals can be killed in the sacrifice, such as the directions given by Shastras. They are telling, no, you cannot kill in the sacrifice. If you are killing that to your Yajaman, then it will be a problem. So now here the point is animals can be killed. So animal killing is intended for different purpose. It tests the proper pronunciation of Vedic mantras and animal being put into the sacrificial fire should come out with a new life. No one should ever be killed in a sacrifice meant for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. So how then could Indra be killed? So when he is actually worshipped in Yajna. So one of the oblations you put for Yajna, all the Ashtadik Palakas and Yajna, Vishnu, Indra is also there. So you have to give him also. And he should be accepted as part and parcel of Lord. Therefore, the priest requested King Prithu not to kill him. So this is what they did. And so he is not just, he is able to do it also, not that he don't have power. Dear King, Indra's powers are already reduced due to his attempt to impede the execution of your sacrifice. We shall call him by Vedic mantras, which were never before used, and certainly he will come. Thus, by the power of our mantras, we will cast him in the fire because he is your enemy. So, priest said, Array, don't worry. Why are you going with all your bow arrow and to kill? Because you kill it is not good also. Because you are supposed to complete yajna. You should not go for fighting now. Then what to do? He is creating so much mischief. Indra is not listening. Brahmana says, don't worry. We'll chant mantras and we'll bring into the fire. Prabhupada, by chanting the Vedic mantras properly in a sacrifice, one can perform many wonderful things. In Kali Yuga, however, there are no qualified Brahmanas who can chant the mantras properly. Consequently, no attempt should be made to perform such big sacrifice. In the age, the only sacrifice recommended is Sankirtana Yajna. That's all. Prabhupada says again and again. Just Sankirtana Yajna. No other Yajna needed. Ityamritatra कृतुपत्तिं विदुषास्यजोरुषा सृगाष्ठान् जुह्वतो भेद्ये स्वयं भूपत्यशेदता. My dear Vidra, after giving the king this advice, the priest who had been engaged in the performance of sacrifice called for Indra, king of heaven, in a mood of great anger. When they were just ready to put the oblations in fire, Lord Brahma appeared on the scene and forbid them to start the sacrifice. They thought, okay, chalo, we will finish off him. So they took mantras and they started chanting and about to put the oblations. Brahma came, wait. Because he is supposed to settle the disputes. He's a big person there. And Brahma says, my dear sacrificial performers, you cannot kill Indra, the king of heaven. It is not your duty. You should know that Indra is a good, Indra is as good as Supreme Lord. Indeed, he is one of the most powerful assistants of the person of Godhead. You are trying to satisfy all demigods with performance of Yajna, but you should know that all demigods are part and parcel of king. And so he said, no, you are trying to defy the rules. Lord has set it, let him be like that. Let him continue. So, and then he says, in order to make trouble and impede the performance of King Prithu's sacrifice, King Indra was adopted some means that in future will destroy the clear path of religious life. I drew your attention to this fact. If you oppose him any further, he will further misuse his power and introduce many other religious systems. So two things he said. First is like, okay, don't kill him. Then they argue, if we don't kill him, he is going to come in different forms of bogus sadhus. So what about that? He is creating adharma. Then Brahma said, don't agitate him. That means stop doing yajna. Then he will be free, you are free. No problem. So that is what, after doing so much, Brahma is telling, instead of correcting Indra, Brahma is advising the priest and Prithu Maharaj, no, you don't do it. So then they say, let there be only 99 sacrifice performed for Maharaj Prithu. This is what Brahma felt. Lord Brahma concluded. Lord Brahma then turned towards Maharaj Prithu and informed him that since he was thoroughly aware of liberation, what was the use in performing more sacrifices? So then let there be 99 sacrifices. So he is giving instructions to Prithu Maharaj, not to Indra, because he understands. Prithu can understand, Indra cannot understand. Lord Brahma came down to pacify King Prithu regarding his continual performance of 100 sacrifices. King Prithu was determined to perform of one performer of 100 sacrifices, just as it is the nature of all living entity within this material world to become envious of their competitors. King Indra, although king of heaven, was also envious of King Prithu and therefore wanted to stop him from performing 100 sacrifices. Actually, there was great competition, and King Indra, to satisfy his senses, began to invent so many religious systems to obstruct King Prithu. To stop these religious inventions, Lord Brahma personally appeared in the sacrificial arena. As far as Maharaj Prithu was concerned, he was a great devotee, the Supreme Lord. Therefore, it was not necessary for him to perform a prescribed Vedic ritual ceremony. Such ceremonies are known as karma. There is no need for a devotee in the transcendental position to execute them. So this is also very clear. So Prabhupada is clear saying no need of executing. See, therefore it is not necessary for him to perform the prescribed Vedic ritualistic ceremonies. No need. Such ceremonies are known as karma and there is no need for devotees in the transcendental position to execute them. As the ideal king, however, it was King Prithu's duty to perform sacrifice. A compromise was therefore to be worked out. By the blessings of Lord Brahma, King Prithu would become more famous than King Indra. Thus, Prithu's determination to perform another sacrifice was indirectly fulfilled by the blessing of Lord Brahma. So, we are reaching to the end of this chapter. Lord Brahma continued, let there be good fortune to both of you. For you, the king of you and King Indra are both part and parcel of Supreme Lord. Therefore, you should not be angry with King Indra. He is non-different from you. So, next sloka says that so he's trying to help a big like children, two children are fighting a small boy and his brother elder. So if anything goes wrong, parents will chastise the elder brother only. And then he may say, Array, I didn't do mistake, he only did that. Array, you should have taken care of him, why did you do like that? So he gets chastised because he can understand. So similarly here also Lord Brahma is telling Prithu, you stop. Indra will never understand. So you understand, so you don't do it. So my dear king, do not be agitated and anxious because your sacrifices have not been properly executed due to the providential im- uh, impediment. Kindly take my words with great respect. We should always remember that if something happens by providential arrangement, we should not be very sorry. There should be, they should. The more we try to rectify such reversals, the more we enter into darkest region of materialistic thoughts. My God, such a powerful statement Prabhupada is taking. Actually, it is directly with the result. The more we try to pacify, try to uh, more we try to rectify such reversals, the more uh, the more we enter into the darkest region. Sometimes the saintly or very religious persons also have to meet with reversals. Like such instance takes place as providence. Although they may be suffering sufficient suffering for being unhappy, one should avoid contracting such reversals. For the more we become implicated in rectifying such reversals, the more we enter into the darkest regions of mental anxiety. Lord Krishna has advised in this connection. We should tolerate things instead of becoming agitated. Titikshava karnika sura sarvajit. So should be tolerant. 42. Will not be able to complete it. It may need one more year. So there are many competitors in ordinary business affairs. And the Karma Kanda chapter of Veda sometimes causes competition and envy among Kshatriyas. Karmi must be envious because he wishes to enjoy material pleasure to their fullest extent. That is a mental material disease. So consequently, there is always competition among karmis, either in ordinary business affairs or in the performance of yajna. Lord Brahma's purpose is to end the competition between Lord Indra and Maharaj Prithu. Because Maharaj Prithu was a great devoted incarnation of God, request to stop the sacrifice so that Indra may not further introduce the religious system, which was always followed by criminal-minded people. Okay, we'll end here for today. Thank you all very much.